My name is Pat Cadle. I'm the mayor of Newcomerstown. I've lived here 40 years. I came here for my first job as a teacher, an elementary teacher, in 1980, and had various jobs within the school systems as a middle school teacher for 10, 12 years. I was a high school guidance counselor for 10 years, and I finished off my career as an elementary principal. But the neat thing we have is the people here, and as things keep getting better, we keep seeing more and more people stepping up. It's because we have a lot of good people in this town, and we want something better for ourselves. We're growing, we're getting better, but we need help, and that's where HGTV can help us. We talked about our Main Street needs help. We've grown in so many areas. We have 185 businesses now that we've got, and they do great things, and they keep 96% of our town employed because we only have a 4% or a little over 4% unemployment. We want you to come in, we want you to see what we have. We have a wonderful history, so do a lot of other communities. But we have things here that nobody else has. The Eureka Hardware Store was built about 1847, 1848. That building is still there. It is still the way it was in 1847 when it opened. They've added on over the years. But when you look at it, you see one place, you see a hardware store that is still used every single day of the year. They're open Sundays and Saturdays and every other day. And you go into that building and it's like stepping back in time. You have the old wooden floors, the shelves that go up to the ceiling. You go to the basement and you think you've gone back to the 1800s. You go upstairs and it's like nothing's changed. It's a neat place to go in. And we have a population now that wants this to get better. They are willing to help it get better. And with HGTV, you become part of that hope for them to complete that dream. Go down the street a little bit farther and you have the gun house. 1840s again when it was built. Solid brick, it needs help. It was basically lived in by one family for 100 years. They've all basically passed or moved away, and it has been empty. Beautiful oak work, but it has seen rougher times too.
So my name is Alicia Patrick. I teach high school English, juniors and seniors, and I graduated from here. Yeah, this is my third year as a teacher now after being a student. It's really a unique demographic here. It's a needy district. It is, and the care that everybody has here. Like if we sent out an email and said, we've got our students, let's say the band trip, in like less than an hour they have the money raised, like literally just from staff donations. If you go out into the community, there are signs for everything the schools are doing everywhere. I mean, like what we need, what we're doing, what we have going on, like the community is like responsive to that. If you call up the local store here, it's Baker's IGA, like they'll give you water or donate whatever you need for a concession stand. We get gift cards to pass out to students right around Christmas time to just help go get some clothes or whatever that need is. The staff raised, it was close to $1,000, and then we put it in front of the community and they doubled it. And that is the community who is needy, but still willing to help everybody, just help each other out. Okay, the show is called Hometown. Meet the people. Like, walk into the library and they're going to greet you. Go visit Baker's and like watch literally all of the cashiers turn and smile, even though they're busy. Genuinely, everybody would give you the shirt off their back. If you just meet them, if you just hear their stories and see their faces, you'll understand why this town needs a little bit of extra love. Why, like I said earlier, just make the outside match the inside of this place, match the heart of this town.
I'm Blade Mitchell. I'm a senior at Newcomerstown High School and I'm going to Ohio State. Woody Hayes is legendary. Everyone knows him. He made football what it is. Just everyone loved him. He was just greatness. I mean, he came from the same area that I have, and he wasn't successful because of wealth or fame. he made himself who he is, and he created everything that he got. I want to say 238 wins, 72 losses, and 10 ties. Nobody else has that but us. Absolutely nobody.
Woody never forgot his hometown, and he would speak of it quite often. He was the captain of the football team and the basketball team. He and his brother had legendary boxing matches, and they would just go at it and go at it and go at it. Woody's sister was Mary Hayes. She was a Broadway actress. She went to Broadway and performed on stage with the likes of Georgie Jessel, Bob Hope. She performed in front of President Ford. His love for the game and his love for his hometown. And you just don't see somebody of his stature coming back to a little town of 4,000 people doing what he used to do. Well, I think without Woody, college football wouldn't maybe be where it is. But he was a World War II veteran, served on a small ship, a tin can, and lieutenant commander. He was an officer. Cy Young.
Tell me about him.
Greatest baseball pitcher to ever live. That you can put, if you're ever going to put a record in stone, you put Cy Young's record in stone. 511 wins. No one will come close to that. He had under a 3-point ERA average. He got his name Cy because when he was trying out, the catcher gave up because his hand hurt so much. And so they put up a bunch of boards that Cy would throw at. And he busted those boards to pieces. And one of the scouts said, "Man, looks like a cyclone came through here." And so that's how he got stuck with the nickname of Cy from Cyclone. But Cy is so great, they named the highest honor of baseball could give a pitcher after him, the Cy Young Award. And he was in the first class of the Hall of Fame. And that's something very special.
Since I'm only 17, I've only been here for 10 years, I've only seen what's happened in the past 10 years. But I've seen a lot of people who were not here come back. And I've seen mostly in the school system, really. I mean, I don't know how many of those teachers are alums of just Newcomerstown, but I've seen a lot of pride and a lot of people have seen the potential that this town has and the community has. I see a lot of potential. I see that we could definitely help it, for sure. But I also see people's childhoods and people's entire lives have been invested in this town. I see just great importance of Main Street, but Newcomerstown in general. To find a place that's worth putting the time and the money and the effort in. I think that's why anyone would come here.
You're looking, and I'm looking at it as something that will change this village forever. You make us something special by coming here. You bring something special that we may never get again, or may never have another chance at. I think getting HGTV in here would be the greatest thing that's happened here in such a long time. The only thing I can compare it to is in 1947, it was Cy Young's 80th birthday. And Bill Veck, who owned the Cleveland Indians at that time, sent a passenger train down to Newcomerstown with a ticket for everyone in town who wanted to go to the ball game to celebrate Cy Young's birthday. And the town went up on the train. Those were special days. And it was something that we were a different town then, and we want to have that good feeling again.